What's up, warrior? Welcome back to this daily wisdom period. I'm going to be giving some real practical tips today. Have you ever been on a bunch of online events, Zooms, Facebooks, live streams like this, and you've ever wondered to yourself, how do I extract the most amount of information from this information overload that we're getting? That's what we're going to talk about today. So if that's something interesting to you, what I'd love for you to do is share this conversation, share this video, whether you're watching live or in replay. Get this out there, because I'm telling you, especially in today's day and age of being on Zooms all day, we need to understand how to do this. All right. Now, there's been issues that I've been seeing. There's a pro and a con about our digital age. The pro is, we think about it, we can literally get access to all the information in the world on how to succeed, how to cook, how to build a business, how to make money. Like, all the information in the world is readily available at our fingertips. And you could be at home, you could be in your day job, you could be on the toilet, and you could be learning, quote unquote. But while there's a pro of having easily accessible information, there's also a big con that I've seen as well too. Because let's be real, if information were all it took to be able to transform our life, we'd all be wealthy, have six packs, have a beach body, and be amazing in everything in terms of our results already, right? But information is not what transforms your life. In fact, information and too much of it can lead you into analysis paralysis. Question: who here has ever got so confused about what to do in their life because you got too much information? Put a me in the comments below if that's ever happened to you. So what I've seen happen, especially in business, is I've seen that we're listening to some people here, and then we're listening to some people there, and then we're reading something here, and we're just plugging in, and it's actually paralyzing us, and we can't take any action. So we need to learn, how do you extract the most when you go into an event? And I appreciate the transparency, everybody. It's a big issue I've seen. Okay. So I want to bring you to just your last Zoom you've been on, or maybe it's a live event like this, right? How do you learn? How do you extract? And if there's one thing that I've learned to be good at, and it's something you can learn, by the way, it's learning how to extract. That word itself, just think extract. Okay, so here's how most of us attend an event. Here's how most of us view a video. Here's how most of us tune into a live stream. Is we're kind of just putting it in there, and we're like, well, we're here, we're listening to it, and that means that I've learned. We're putting it as like interesting side noise. We're putting it as an interesting, like, it's almost like we put on a song on the radio. But if you want to learn, if you want to extract, it's not just listening. It's about internalizing information. It's about thinking about what you're thinking about. So what do I ask myself, and what can you ask yourself? When I'm in an event, what I'm seeking for is the golden nuggets. I'm not trying to memorize everything, but I'm thinking through this, and I'm thinking, what can I apply right now? What inspired thoughts can I get? And I'm involved. So let's say it's a Zoom. If you're here, might as well be here, right? Like, for me, if I want to extract the most, here's my mindset on things. I'm going to show up the best. I'm going to be the star student. My camera's on. I'm dressed. Yeah, I know we're on Zoom these days, and you can dress however you want. You don't have to be on camera. And sometimes you're going to be in places that you can't be on camera. But if I want to learn and be a serious student, just think this way, right? Let's say your goal is $1 million a year. How would $1 million student be taking notes, even if it's over Zoom? Right? Even think this: if this were an in-person event, how would we act? Straight up, there's things that we wouldn't do online that if they were in person, we wouldn't do. For example, I wouldn't be listening to a training while I'm using the toilet, probably. Can you imagine that? That's kind of weird if it were in person. I wouldn't be multitasking. You know, one of the biggest killers to learning, multitasking. We think we can multitask. So we're like reading something on our computer while we're in the Zoom or something. It's like, that's not going to work. Imagine you're in person. You wouldn't be like reading a book. You wouldn't be listening and watching to another video while you're in the actual training itself, right? Is any of this clicking at all? Put a 1 in the comments if any of this resonates, right? Now, I'll be the first to admit that I am convicted myself by a lot of these things, but I'm talking about if you want to extract, I'm showing up, right? Even if no one can see me, I'm there, I'm present, I got my camera on, I got my notepad and pen, or if you take notes on your computer, whatever it is, I am dressed, right? Like I am somebody that is like, I do my hair. You've never probably seen me with my hair not done, right? Now, you don't have to do your hair. I'm just saying, like, I want to show up as a serious student. You know what else I'm doing? And I love seeing you guys in the chat. I'm participating in the chat. I'm engaging. I'm having a conversation. You know what I think when I'm in an event? I know the trainer, let's say there's 1,000 people on the Zoom or 1,000 people on the stream, or even if it's on replay, I don't care. I treat it like the speaker is speaking directly to me. So I'm responding, right? I'm literally typing in the comments, or I'm adding value into the room. Like I am in it. And what I'm seeking, once again, is that golden nugget. I'm seeking that inspired hunch. I'm seeking that inspired idea that I can implement immediately. Because I know that all it takes is one good idea to change the game. So I'll give you a story. A number of years ago, we had an event, and what we did is we were with our team. There were like 20 people there. We met up in person, and we were live streaming a virtual event, right? So the virtual event was a global one. Tens of thousands of people around the world were watching it. But we decided to do like a watch party together. And I remember in this event, I was super, super committed to solve one problem. For me, I had like a leads issue in my business. So I was trying to figure out, how do I get an overflow of leads coming in, right? I'm very intentional when I'm in a training event. So this event was like, I don't know, 15 hours of training. I don't remember anything except for one thing though, because I was intentional. I was looking to extract. I was learning. I was taking notes. I was leaning forward. I'm like, no one can see me from the screen. Yeah, we're in person, but no one can see me from the screen. But I'm like, I'm searching for something. What are you searching for when you're in an event, right? Are you like digging? And I finally heard one speaker say one thing about a social media tip that I needed. Basically, it was talking about how to get a hook, capture people's attention, how to do a call to action, and gave me a prompt. Immediately, I took down the note. I'm like, there it is. Immediately, I went outside right after the training was done, and I did what was told. I made a TikTok. That was my first ever viral TikTok on business. And that led me to that year in my business alone, just through social media, through cold market, to enrolling 150 new customers and enrolling 80 new partners in my business, because I had one tip, one inspired idea that broke through. But everyone else was in the same training. And we all have seen plenty of trainings. So it's not about getting more information. It's about knowing how to extract the most when you're already doing what you're doing. So my encouragement today is this: how do you learn better and extract more from whatever that you're listening to already? How do you take it to the next level and be $1 million student? What are you looking for? What are you searching for? What are you gleaning for? And in fact, even on this conversation today, I challenge you, take notes differently. I challenge you, extract more differently. I challenge you, be present and really be thinking, right? We're not just listening, we're internalizing, we're applying, we're implementing. What's an inspired thought that you got today? If you received anything today, by the way, put a 2 in the comments below. And what's your step? Take action on that, whatever that is. Could be even unrelated to this training. You could be sitting in this, and I'll tell you this, events, you know, the power of them. It isn't even just what you're learning. It's just being in an elevated state, and you're going to start receiving inspired ideas if you're seeking them. So whatever that it is, get really in tune with saying, there it is. Okay, boom. Exactly what it is. Must be intentional, extracted, inspired, income producing activity. Love that. Exactly. It could be a name came up. You need to call them. It could be a post you need to make. You need to do that. It could be a conversation you have with, I don't know what it is. You know what it is. Take that note down. Take action on that. And every single time you're in an event, you do that over and over and over and over again. You're not trying to memorize everything we're saying. You're trying to internalize something that's going to be action oriented that can lead you to more income in your business. And that's how you can extract the most from online events. So if that's something that encourages you, if that's something that helps you, and you like information like this, do me a big favor, share this live onto your page, by the way, or tag somebody that needs to be on this as well too. And you can subscribe to my YouTube if you want to watch this, plus to the other replays. My goal is to be able to help you to be able to uncap on these daily wisdoms, practical tips to help you move the needle forward in your business. All right, everybody, action to do more. Let's do it. All right, on that, have an awesome day. Let's crush it. Warriors out.